Hello, everyone. Today we are going to deal with contemporary issues in the diversity management, their descriptions and the challenges. Coming on to first diversity issues for the contemporary issues for the diversity management is intersectionality. Intersectionality recognizes that the individuals may experience overlapping forms of discrimination based on the various aspects of their identity, such as race, gender, sexual orientation, and disability. The challenges faced therein in the organizations are addressing the unique needs and the experiences of the employees is with the intersection identities. Is coming on to the next, the cultural competence in the global context. The descriptions for this is that with working places becoming increasingly globally, an ability to navigate understand the cultural differences is crucial. The challenges faced by the organizations that they must foster the cultural competence among the employees and leaders to facilitate effective communication and collaboration with international and diverse teams. Otherwise, you will not be able to prevail for the longer time in the market. Coming on to the next factor is the remote work and inclusivity. When we say remote work, definitely when the people who work from remotely are not being in much being accustomed with the environment and the market, what is going on in the organizations or in a different other organizations. So definitely their opinions or they are not being included for the various other kinds of aspects as in opinion or suggestions. Then challenges faced like ensuring the remote work arrangements do not inadvertently exaggerate the feelings of isolations and all, because when you are not included, definitely the feeling in a human will generate that they are not being included. Therefore their ideas are actually good but it's not being considered, their suggestions are actually good but not being considered. So that's what is that inclusivity is not being happening as a challenge. Then mental health and the well-being. When we say mental health and the well-being, this is a growing recognition that is an impact of working cultures on the mental health and the need of inclusive practices that supports employees well-being. The challenges faced by the organizations breaking down the stigmas around the mental health. Definitely, if the cultural diversity is not being taken properly, people are not being felt like regarding inclusiveness and all they will be affected mentally, because they will not be feeling that cooperativeness and coordination to work with, that they'll not be able to freely give that productive outcome from their work. Next is gender diversity, generational diversity. Generational diversity is also one of the conditions which says the presence of different age group in the workforce in the organizations creates various challenges of balancing the needs and the expectations of different generations. So it becomes very difficult to balance the every generation's ideas, needs, and the suggestions. So we definitely needs that there should be a collaboration across the generational divides. Coming on to next, inclusive leadership definitely make sure that leader also is the one who always generates and who always tries to motivate inclusiveness with different types of workforce and all these are the various things which definitely affects the work and the productivity of the organization. Then we come on to the economic inequality. Definitely disparities in pay or opportunities based on the various uh, genders or race or ethnicity or religious beliefs or religions or customs. Definitely if there is a kind of economic inequality being given in the organizations, definitely it will create a different outcome. And definitely the challenges are addressing the wage groups, promoting equal access to the career advancements opportunities, and creating possible policies that contributes to the economic equality within the organizations. Coming on to the next, political and the social climate. Definitely the impact of the political and the social events on the workforce dynamics and diversity initiatives. The challenges is navigating the discussions, right? Because there are many challenges being faced due to the conditions of economic and the social climate and all. So definitely navigating discussions around the sensitive topics such as racial justice, equality, creating a safe space space for the open dialogues and all. Everyone's dialogues and everyone's conditions or the suggestions should be included. There should not be any disparity or there should not be any discrimination in the terms of some selected people's opinions or suggestions are being taken, whereas others are just discriminated for. Coming on to last one, that is economic equality. Definitely when we talk about economic equality, definitely that artificial what we call as artificial algorithm, and bias and technology, that also is there. So definitely the possibility of artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithm is used in recruitment, performance evaluation, decision making process. But what happens ki when this kind of artificial intelligence are being used, mitigates the biasness in algorithms systems, ensuring the fairness and addressing the concerns related to discriminatory outcomes in technology driven processes. So somewhere it is actually good, but somewhere it has to be taken care at a humanly basis as well. Last one is microaggression and the unconsciousness bias. Definitely sometimes small aggressions and the unconscious biasness by the way of the words, by the ways of the statements, creates an um, uh, challenges for the individuals or employees to work in the organization. So definitely there should be a raising awareness of microaggression, providing training for these things, that those kind of words or statements should not be, because unconsciously if any kind of biasness is being done, so definitely the person for whom it is done, the employee for whom it is done is understood, and that feels uncomfortable for him to then work in that particular organization and give a productive result. Thank you.